sir.
What do you want?
Just thought I ought to tell you, sir, there's a lot of talk on the street about this.
Time for the show.
They're starting to get a pretty strong following.
Excuse me? Did you say...
Time for the show.
Uh-huh.
Do I have to remind you that we are a network affiliate? And we're in competition with other networks, not with a bunch of punks broadcasting out of a closet?
But...
Do you enjoy wasting my time? Get out of my office!
This week on Time for the Show, Dr. Faux fights to legalize medical tobacco. I say nay! The proper course of action is to medicinalize legal tobacco. Reverend Caller 23 is here to adjudicate. It's time for the show.
Oh, Nelly! It's your favorite. It's weekly.
It's
live. Delicious. It's available prepackaged at participating retailers. It's time for the show. Hi, I'm Dr. Faux. That's Fidd. We're doing a radio show.
Freethink Radio. Canadian.
Yeah.
For her pleasure.
It's one of those new kind of radio shows where you can listen to it live.
And yeah, I'm Fidd. That's Fox. This is Hypercube.
It sure the heck is.
Where we is.
That's where we're trapped inside of right now.
The bucolic capital of North Puerto Rico.
I'm over here. Do you even see the screen?
In the former Spanish Empire.
Hypercube is where the engineers just kind of come in whenever they're ready.
Reverend Caller 23 is here. RC23, my man. Good to see you, pal. Yeah, he is here to twist the little robot nips and ruin the show. Because we actually got it on this week without a hook. We had some problems last week. Now we're coming in clear as a 12-year-old's clitoris.
In Saudi Arabia.
Stereo clit. You're welcome, everybody.
This week, without a hook, we had some problems last week. Now we're coming in clear as a...
Wow. Just as clear as that 12-year-old clitoris could have hoped. Good gracious and a half. What's the show?
Did they ever find her?
Oh. Now I'm sad.
What was her name again? Peas?
I don't know where she went after their clitorectomy.
Yeah, Peas got a clitorectomy, and he's healing up, so he's not going to be here this week.
But he'll be back. Eventually. I'm sure.
If not here, somewhere else.
Your rumors that I fired Peas, that's not true. I didn't fire Peas. Peas just didn't show up this week. But it's okay. He let us know last week that he wasn't going to show up this week. And then he got mad when we didn't beg him.
Well, now we don't have to refer to our guests as pendulets anymore. We can just call them Peases.
Yeah, in our podcast.
Reese's Peases. That's probably going to be the name of his next show.
Little pieces of monkeys.
You get on the microphone if you want to talk on the show, Reverend Caller 23.
You're going to come over here and tell us about how bad everything is.
Pieces are small pieces of monkeys. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. Maybe they heard it.
I doubt that's all that you're saying.
Well, the time warp, I guess.
Well, that's a microphone. And your speaker is usually down there at the other end. So
Will
this
you
is-
get your ass on a microphone if you're going to participate in the show?
I'll tell you what I think.
Did
right
you
now.
bring enough stupidity for the entire
The
class?
first
Because you're going to
order
have
of
to share.
magnitude Is that your levels are like okay, I guess.
That's how the robots took over the world, because they disobeyed the first order of magnitude.
Okay.
The first order of magnitude is not to harm humans, but the robots disobeyed it, and they took over the world. So they should make like the second order of magnitude to be, if the first order of magnitude gets disobeyed by you, the robots, then the second order of magnitude is to ignore the first order of magnitude and then just not harm any humans.
But if robots can't hurt people, then why do we even have them around?
In the Latin alphabet, robot begins with an I.
That's right. That's actually correct.
Talk into the, microphone, please.
That's actually correct. I'm sorry.
Will you adjust that for his face?
Well, this is the one that we don't use.
This
You know,
time
we
for the
only
show
we
where
only need
people
to
come
break
over
onto the
and
stream
talk
and do
into
the audio check and make sure that everything is good before the audio engineer gets here, so he can talk into the microphone that doesn't
That's
work.
correct. That's correct.
Your speaker's on the bottom of the phone, caller, isn't it?
No. What an iPhone user? I think we've identified an iPhone user.
Dr. Fox, back me up. Reverend
I'm not
Caller
getting into
23
that.
is holding his phone into the microphone, but the
I'm gonna tell you-
speaker is on like the
I'm gonna
opposite
demonstrate
side.
this to Dr. Chewley. This is the area that the speaker's at.
Talk into the mic, please.
There is no speaker on the bottom. And I
This makes great radio.
If you listen to the bottom and then you listen to the side, I think you'll see what
Yeah,
I'm
that-
talking about.
yeah.
All
this
right,
doesn't
I'm
even
just
work.
going to take your word for it.
Good enough.
Because
Voted
your
good
face-
enough.
My face. Because my
People have
face
faces.
is your face, and your face is my face. The more we get together, the facier we'll be.
Yeah, I'm confident that microphone isn't going to work, which only makes it
Yeah,
funnier.
that's what it's
Oh, is
looking
it
like.
because
According
the,
to Discord, that's what it looks like. Yeah.
Is it because of
Do you
the
have
cord?
2 microphones here?
I do.
Wow, microphone hog. Look
Yeah,
at him.
That mic goes to the Discord. That's so the people in the chat can hear us.
Well, nobody's in the Discord tonight.
I'm
we
glad
can
you were able
unleash
to-
that beast and give it to him.
Oh, that one doesn't work that way.
Give it to Colin. No, that one doesn't work that way.
That one doesn't work that way.
Because it's plugged into there.
It's a different
Yeah, it
plug.
goes
It's a different
through-
kind of
yeah,
microphone.
it's a different kind of microphone.
You know, I know we got the connection right tonight and we're sounding good. Could we fuck up the connection?
That's not correct.
That shouldn't be
So we-
too much
so we
further
sound
away in the
terrible?
show.
The connection sound.
I'm sure we can ruin this within the next twin minutes.
No, this is good radio because
The next twin to tinny.
Reverend Caller 23 is talking off mic just enough that everybody has to listen
Just enough.
really hard.
The only way you can hear me
Really
is through
hard.
Dr. Fox's
It's
microphone.
forcing them to
And that's-
focus
that's
on the
barely.
show.
Because you have to talk directly into the middle.
This bun was just about to knock my.
You know, I
what
heard
she
that
does.
the guy,
Likes
the
that.
lead singer from King Missile, he intentionally
my
mixed
ankle.
his vocals really low so that people would have to listen harder to the song to hear them. And with Reverend Caller 23 talking 6 feet away from the microphone, doing the show 6 feet away from the microphone, I think it's going to have the same effect. So thank you, Reverend Caller 23. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just yell.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Or you can share with me. I mean, there's nothing saying we can't share the same microphone. Dr. Chewley.
There's
Nothing
plenty-
except
there's
the
plenty
Bible,
that says
that's
that we
gay.
can't.
Well, as long as if we're dancing around this to begin with, then the rule is, and I think you should know. As
Yeah, do you know
long
how
as there's-
microphones work?
As long as there's the
I know
width
you're-
of
I know you're a
Bible between us,
scientist.
between my pelvis and your pelvis. If the width of a Bible exists, then we are not sinning. But if we get closer to each other than the distance of a Bible...
You're asking for measurements from a thing that said the value of pi is 3.
Yeah, 1 cubit away, kids.
That's true. That's true.
One forearm
I don't know
of
if
Solomon.
Dr. Fox has this microphone working yet. Probably not.
How many cubits long is your thing?
It's like a cubit. I mean,
It's like a cubit.
Cubish. See, I can hear me.
it's about a cubit.
Literally just going to sit here and dismantle the entire studio live on the air. If you have suggestions for what would be fun to do on the show that we can totally ignore, well, send them in. Time for the email at gmail.com. Or you can call us.
What about
At 321-765-FAUX. And call us on the phone. You'll be on the show. And later on, we'll open up that magical Discord channel. And everybody can just come in here and tell us how handsome we are and how good at doing the show we are.
hee-haw? Yeah, who?
Sorry.
Now there's
I'm allergic to show.
Peas isn't here, so there's like a handsomeness power vacuum happening. We're all gonna fight for control of the seventh circle of handsomeness.
Yes.
Fidd Chewley, Prince of all handsomeness.
Yeah, it's working.
I'm gonna tell you whose face is extremely handsome right now.
Look who's on a mic.
Dr. Chewley's face is extremely handsome. I don't know if you ever guys, if any of you guys ever saw this. If you go on the Patreon, for example, if you donate more than $10 on the Patreon, you can see Dr. Chewley's face. And I'm going to tell you something right now.
Face.
It is an extremely handsome face.
So handsome.
It's so handsome that I don't even know what to do. I just want to just pinch it. Pinch it. Oh, there's a lot of beard hair on there. And actually, it's kind of greasy too. And really, I almost feel like I squeezed a pimple there. Maybe actually pinching his face isn't the best.
That's
but
love
looking
grease.
at it is good. Looking at it is good.
It's love grease. It's smart grease.
That's smart grease.
It's intelligence
That's right.
grease.
That's right.
Because I'm so smart that I just
Well,
have
that explains why it's all over the top
intelligence
of your head
grease
too.
all over my fucking
it's
face.
Basically, everywhere on your face that I'm looking, it's
My
there.
top face. If handsomeness was the royal game of India, then my face would be Parcheesi. Do you realize this?
You know, they used to call me Mancala Face and when I was in middle school. You just have to bring back those heavy triggers, don't you, Fidd? I was making it so far along tonight. But no! You have to take it away. Speaking of taking it away, we're already 15 minutes into the show. We haven't even done the plugs yet.
Take it away now. Yeah, we got more than 4 minutes into the show without doing plugs.
I don't know.
It doesn't feel right. Thank you, Bees. It doesn't feel right.
But it's the delay in my headphone isn't enough. It's the ethereal delay coming from the other side of the room, from your phone, playing the show.
Yeah. That's the best.
Well, here's what's gonna happen. It's Pre-Think Radio, what you're listening to live right now, and if you're listening to the podcast version,
what you're listening to
and
right
this
now
show,
is Fidd
it's
Chewley's
time
face.
for the show. You're clitorally listening to my face.
Right now.
Clitorally.
Literally.
Well,
Clitorally. Fitterally.
after we get back from the next song, we're going to do what we call a dry heave on a Rick and Morty script.
That sounds good.
It's
to
time
me.
for the show Dry
Yeah,
Heave.
fuck those guys. I loved Rick and Morty until their fans made me hate them.
Exactly.
We're gonna do this.
Yeah, so that's
got
what we're
queued
gonna
up?
do.
What song?
In the meantime, we're gonna play 20th Century Man
By
Megadeth. This is
No,
time
that's
for the show, and it's on free.
exactly what we're
See you guys when we come back.
Everyone considered him the coward of the county. Everyone considered him the coward of the county.
Yee gosh darn haw. Can I get a yee haw, Reverend Caller 23 and Dr. Fox, who are joining me, who is Fidd Chewley, on this, which is time for the show, on What is Free Think Radio? Did I do it?
Yeah, you did it. You
Okay.
pulled it off.
We're back.
So wonderful.
That's right.
Nice and loud. Well, we got to start
So
preloading
I've got
our
the levels
skits.
tonight, and if there's one thing I'm gonna do,
You don't have them. You got to talk
gonna-
into your microphone if you have the levels.
I'm gonna turn those levels up by 1 decibel.
All
Right now.
Here they
right
go.
now, I'm doing it.
And
Every level
God
is
if
going
you
up.
damn
touch
it.
that, I'm going to get really mad.
Reverend Caller 23, will the Sergeant at Arms please bear the mace? Or where the bear at arms please mace the Sergeant? Or one of those
I
things?
just did it.
I've got some
He
paprika.
stopped looking at me. The reason it went okay is because he stopped looking at me. So
The show is so easy to do these days. And now I still hear the echoing from...
It's the...
Oh, man. Yeah, I know. It's our feed checker.
No, it's him. He's...
Yeah, I know. The feed checker.
yeah,
I think the feed's
that's why
good.
I'm here. That's why I'm here.
So we get to hear the show live
20 seconds later.
over and over and over again.
You're welcome.
Well, as promised, we're gonna go through in a little bit a Rick and Morty script, because that show is for smart people, like subgeniuses.
Like geniuses.
Alright, so this is the part where you and Dr. Fox talk while I look for
While you
a
do stuff.
script online.
Oh yeah, getting stuff off the internet is
He's gonna
so
find it
easy.
right now. He's gonna find it right
I'm the
now.
research agent. You know, I was the guy that was like, "Hey, Dr. Fox, why don't you find that clip of Morgan Freeman?" And I'm like, "Sure, I'll get right on that." And he's like, "All right, everybody, here's the clip." And I'm like, "Wow, I'm so glad that I had an entire 10 seconds to Google something."
Yeah, but you played them. Here's what you did. You said, I wonder if this is it. So you played it live on the show to listen to it to see if it was the right one. It was, no, that's not it. So then
Nope.
you just played the next one.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
our best show.
It was.
Had the most informative content than any of the other episodes we've done. But that's the magic of the show.
I'd agree with that. I would actually agree with that. Just to let you know, I agree with that.
Well,
First
I'm
of all,
glad that we
I
were up
agree,
to par.
And then also, I agree.
It's happening.
It is happening.
What is your favorite part of the show, Fidd? Or while he's
I think
while he's on the Fidd vac.
Fidd's favorite part of the show is probably where I'm talking.
Oh, yeah.
Like wherever I actually start talking, that's where Fidd really starts to shine. Is just as soon as I start talking into that microphone. Basically, that's when. Well, I think that's when you shine too, Dr. Fox. That's when you shine too.
I just want to be loved by the community. I just want to be held by the community. I just want to be ravaged by the community, which isn't hard to do with these people.
Yeah, the community kind of wants to ravage your face. Now that you mention it, actually, weren't you part of the community once? I could have sworn that I saw you the first time, technically, that I met you was in the community. If you recall, You were in the community. I was a man of the world. You remember that? And then we just... Then you were all like...
This is good radio.
Oh, now I'm getting death threats.
This is the best
and I was
radio.
like, oh, dude, maybe you should back out of it if you're getting death threats.
In the Latin alphabet, nitrous oxide starts with an I.
Is this the joke we're gonna steal for next week? In the week after that?
Have you guys found your joke yet for the next week?
We found the perpetual joke.
My joke is right over there, underneath the oxtails and vodka. So if you'll just pick up X Day and set it next to the oxtails and vodka, it's right underneath that thing that you can't lift with that attitude.
That's
Not with that
Mr.
attitude,
Bro
you can't.
to you.
Topical.
Well, I Google search Rick and Morty script PDF and I can't find one.
Yeah, that's why we're supposed to do it before the show. But we still have all those notes from last week's show because I got mad and I went to bed early because I had a bad week last week. But it's okay. We can talk about that on the show. And we don't have to talk about that on the show. Because the magical part of the show is that the number one thing to focus on is perpetuating the show forward. The show has a mass that you cannot help but gravitate towards. And as you move around the mass,
It's a mess.
and as you
massive.
encompass
It's very
the show,
similar to Fidd's mom.
just lock in.
Massive.
Synchronous orbit with the show. Arms are open wide.
Yeah, we're in ego-synchronous orbit. Dr. Fox,
Asynchronous, asynchronous.
I'm texting you
In the
a
Latin
link to the
alphabet,
script.
geosynchronous starts with an E.
In Indiana Jones it does.
There you go, Dr. Fox. Here's the script. We're gonna read it. This is Rick and Morty. It's smart. If you turn the show off
smarter
now,
than I am, definitely.
you're just an imbue.
Jesus.
If you turn the show off now, you're some kind of umbilicile. Because Rick and Morty is for smart.
Well, send it over to me. Here's good radio. Send
There
me
you
that
go.
message. You got it?
Yep.
There it is.
Now this is called A Rickle in Time.
Oh, should I play the theme song real quick?
Yeah, everybody remembers A Rickle in Time. I'm gonna do what I can to make this an actually interesting episode, though.
All right. I guess Dr. Fox, one of you can be Rick or Morty, and I'll be.
I think Dr. Fox is Rick, and you, Dr. Chewley, are Morty.
Okay, and then you can be
I'm the
everybody
narrator.
else.
Yeah.
Well, you can't see.
I'll
Here, I'm
look over.
I'm
Dr.
texting
Fox.
you.
I'll totally
the
check
link.
it out. Don't worry about it. I'm so interested in this right now.
Oh man, this is gonna be
so
great.
interested.
This is gonna be great.
I don't. Do you have a script? Because I don't.
Yeah.
I heard there
Scroll
were going
down.
to be
It's that link I
57
sent
more
you.
Rick and Morty
Yeah, I
episodes.
clicked it.
And I'm like, that's
No, it's the
57
fandom
more
one.
times that some undergraduate is going to tell me that I don't get
That's
it
what you
because
sent
I'm
me.
not smart enough.
Oh, did you send me 2?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, just look at them backed up into each other there. Still don't have it.
Still don't have it. You guys definitely aren't smart enough for Rick and Morty.
I don't know. Maybe we're too smart for it.
All right, here you go.
Oh, you one more time? You gonna send me dat link? Give me that link.
Wait a second. That's the one. rickandmorty.wiki/a_rickle_in_time_/transcript. You got it?
/transcript?
Yes, sir. Okay, ready?
There's so many characters here. I wish we had selected an area to go through.
So you're Rick, and I'm Morty. And
Yeah, you're Morty.
And Reverend Caller 23 is Jerry. It's
Everybody
only three characters.
Yeah. I think you gotta read through the script. because there's like 4 other characters.
You might want to
Summer.
read like 3 lines into it.
Okay, we'll just take turns then.
Why don't we all read each part?
Each part?
All right.
Go
all
ahead.
read each part?
Every single part. We're gonna get like 3 or 4 or 5 repeats on every single line here.
Open
Are you ready?
aerial view. Zoom.
No,
on the
don't read
Smith
the.
home.
Don't read the.
Morty, Rick, and Jerry. Everything is
just
frozen
read
besides
the-
Morty, Rick, and Summer. Morty is vacuuming Jerry with a hand vac. Enter Summer.
Hurry up, Morty. Grandpa's about to unfreeze time. You know, you really should be cleaning from top to bottom.
I know how to vacuum, Mom and Dad, Summer. I've been doing it for 6 months.
Then you've been doing it wrong for 6 months. Oh my God. Is that mildew?
Morty. It's not my fault. We froze time on a humid day.
You have dropped so many balls, man. Do you ever get scared Grandpa Rick might make me his new sidekick?
Morty.
What?
What kind of monster are you?
A competent one.
Rick.
Now, I think that's something for you, right? Who's doing the Rick voice?
I'm Rick.
Now this is
Wait.
This is intense.
I'll do Rick.
You were Morty.
I am a scientist.
For a second, he
Christ's
was.
sake.
Oh, okay, you be Rick. RC.
I am a scientist. Wait. Who are you, Morty?
I am now.
Yeah.
All right, Rick.
now that you
Oh wait,
gave
what
up,
was I before?
I think you
You
were doing
were
the Morty
Morty.
lines.
All right, now do Rick.
Which one is Rick?
It's the one that says Rick. It's right there.
Who cares about the belch thing you guys are talking about? The whole point of freezing time to stop giving a fuck. Put a shirt on your dumb dad and let's get the dumb universe rolling. Let's do this thing.
In this shot,
Morty puts
Morty
his shirt
puts
on
shirt
Jerry
on
backwards.
Rick. All right. Listen, you two. We froze time for a pretty long time. So, when I unfreeze it, the world's time is gonna be fine. But our time's gonna need a little time, too. You know?
Wait a minute.
Stabilize.
Wait a minute. I'm just gonna interject here. I'm sorry.
you?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry about this.
No
but
Okay, well,
ad-libbing.
your apology is
Didn't-
appreciated
No
and
ad-libbing.
accepted.
didn't
Yeah, you can't ad lib on Rick and Morty. That's illegal.
I just thought that Rick, they froze time. Wait, am I getting this right? They froze time.
Yeah. You're halfway there.
They
And
froze
then
time.
they're freezing it.
Hey, spoiler alert! I haven't seen this one yet, man.
Really?
I haven't seen this one, so
This was
don't
before
ruin
the
it
whole
for
chicken
me.
McNugget thing. This was
You're
like
ruining this. This is going so great right now. This is going so great.
This was our best bit.
And you're
Obviously,
just
this is what
ruining
the
it.
fans wanted.
Read your line, Morty.
oh, which?
Ow.
Wait a minute. What?
You missed 2 lines.
And
before?
away.
All right,
Our
take-
time is
and
gonna
here-
be
take
unstable.
2.
Relax
What
and
does that
stop
even
being a
Go.
pussy, Morty. I thought you learned that by now it also means don't touch your parents or we could shatter into countless theoretical shards.
Wait. A minute. What?
And away we go.
Rick unfreezes time. Mr. Benson falls off the roof.
Did we ever put the mattress under Mr. Benson?
Morty.
Jerry opens the door angrily.
And a thing or two about... Wait, what? Was the house... When we pulled up, I could have sworn the house was completely trashed.
Negative visualization, Jerry. This blah about where you are at, Ice Weedy.
Hello, Dad.
Summer and Morty recoil from Beth as she approaches to hug Rick.
Summer, Morty, are you okay?
What? We just missed you a lot.
Yes, we missed you so much. Too much to hug you, though. Rick motions Summer and Morty behind him.
Yeah, it would literally destroy them. Now listen, why don't you guys go get a free Sunday ice cream?
Rick puts a rubber band around a rolled-up wad of cash.
Go out there and get some ice creams. Here's $500 cash in unmarked monies. I'm just gonna put it on the floor and kick it on over to ya. You guys go now.
This better not be a bribe. If I find a single thing out of place in this house, my love of ice cream won't save you. I'll get my jacket.
Betty, is your shirt on backwards?
And scene!
Simultaneously! We're supposed to all say simultaneously at the same time. I think that's what that means.
Simultaneously.
I was just breaking down my psychic barriers.
This is a good episode.
This is the best one.
I never saw this one before, but it's a pretty good one. I see where it's going. It opens up a lot of possibilities. I think we have to spit on it first. We need to spit on this episode so we can get in there a little bit easier.
Literally.
Fitterally. I'm Fidd. That's Reverend Caller 23. And Dr. Fox is over here.
And at this moment,
and this is a show called Time for the Show.
Including Guru Drew, you know who you are. Oh, Apostasy X Fnord. Shout out, holla. You know what I'm saying?
We love you.
You talking about who else?
Doc Cosmac is a potassium leveled
Potassium level member.
And our newest potassium level member is fucking Scalpod. And he's great.
Scalpod, yeah. Everybody knows bitches go out to Scalpod, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows some Scalpod. So.
And Reverend Caller 23, you yourself are a potassium level
That's true.
Patreon.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Talk into the mic, please.
That is true. I am a potassium level.
You have to talk into your mic, even though...
Although, I'm going to tell you something. I thought being a potassium level member, I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'll be a potassium level member. I'll get some access to the secret Nords. I'll be all over the place. Whatever. Anyway, maybe you have to turn it on. Anyway, what I learned was that I don't have the freaking levels right.
And with that, these levels are right. And we'll be back after this next song.
These levels don't run!
It's 20th Century Man by The Cramps. We'll be right back.
Free Think
Time
Radio.
for the show.
Pointing out the fact that suicide bombing. It's everywhere I go. But hey, Mister, please tell me what you know. What you know. Both sides of his reporting. I think that what he reports is.
It's your boy, Fidd Chewley, back on Time for the Show. That is not only the name of the show, it is literally a matter of fact. It is Time for the Show. The name of that show is Time for the Show. And you're listening to it on Free Think Radio, unless you're listening to the podcast version. And over there's my man, Dr. Fox, and over there's my man, this week's Penn Gillette, RC23, Reverend Caller 23 himself. And welcome back, everybody. Man, I am thrilled to be back. That is my internal thrill. I cannot contain it. Dr. Fox is failing to ignite the instrument of DOS.
The spirit of this show, really. I mean, Dr. Fox has been failing to ignite the spirit of this show all the way up until the point that I get kicked off. Do you understand what I'm saying? He knows.
No, because you're not talking into your mic.
I came down to the fact that no, I don't. I don't.
Okay.
I really don't.
This is the tell Reverend Caller to talk into the goddamn mic show.
I offered him headphones. He doesn't want them.
I don't want your headphones. I'm here to fix your levels.
During the show.
By the time the show is over, these levels are going to be perfect.
Okay, so, nobody talk while I attempt to ignite the spirit of the show.
Fidd Chewley.
That's the show. Here it goes. Here's a little more show for you. Here we go.
All right.
Here's some
now
show.
It's time for Act 2 of a Rickle in Time.
The show.
Because this is what you asked for. This is what you're paying for.
This is what they wanted. This is the highbrow entertainment that they were looking for.
Believe me, viewer, reading this Rick and Morty script, it's hurting me a lot more than it's hurting you. This is what we do for you. This is the sacrifice. This is what we endure for you, our precious, treasured viewer.
But they're gonna make it up to our newest level, and we would like to let everybody know that we are actually opening up a brand new tier on Patreon. All you have to do to get the Dennis Rodman level is free One Nation, and you'll receive a shout out every week and a picture of the Prophet Muhammad.
Well, Reverend Couchsloth and Bob Tapter.
Keep going.
Bob
more
Dapper.
of that good radio there.
Bob Dapper almost saved a nation. He gets
until they excised him.
He saved the
whole country of Africa.
The gallbladder of Africa itself.
And it was looking pretty nasty.
And Reverend Couchsloth is
worms in the water.
A Patreon supporter too. So he didn't save a nation, but we're just going to throw his name out there anyway because we are literally legally obligated to do so. And hence unto forth, having our legal obligations fulfilled, especially with the inclusion of the mention of Hazel of the Windmills, our other Patreon subscriber.
I'm going to say, though, don't forget about Apostasy X Fnord.
We didn't.
Who's all up in that Discord chat talking about just regular stuff, whatever. And then also other people.
The entire show is going to be us fixing the levels of the guy fixing the levels.
These levels are gonna get fixed. You know what I'm saying? These levels are getting fixed.
It's a new era of engineering. I've actually got my back.
These levels was.
I've got my back to some of the screens tonight. I'm actually talking into the microphone, sitting forward. I'm actually looking at Fidd. I'm not looking at the screen.
Oh, Couchsloth is still at the latex level, even though he increased his donation.
Who?
Couchsloth.
Well, praise Couchsloth.
You gotta praise Couchsloth, exactly. You gotta go up with Couchsloth, you know what I'm saying? He increased his donation to $9.11.
The wrong person?
He's still at the latex level.
Well, we'll have to look into that, which we will do during the break. Because that's the magic of doing a live show, is that we can fix these things.
If you go from latex level up to, I'm going to let you know right now, Couchsloth, and I see you as latex level 2 on the thing. If you go up to potassium level, which is going to happen at the break here, then you get access to the VIP scabs board where you can look at all of the scabs that are I stopped looking at personally because there's too many of them. There's just too many.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with all those scabs dough.
What did Couchsloth upgrade to? I'll promote
to
him right
potassium
now.
level. He's
potassium level.
He gets he or she.
I might have
Actually, my favorite gender neutral
Couchsloth.
pronoun is comrade.
Scalpod's a potassium level, isn't he?
Apparently now he
about
is.
to be.
Oh, Couchsloth. Couchsloth.
I'm upgrading him right now. Potassium level.
Look at that.
Oh, he just got upgraded. Yep.
There it is.
Potassium level.
Congratulations.
Now,
Guru
folks, if you're wanting in on all of these potassium level upgrades, and we're gonna
VIP scabs.
We're gonna have to check the Patreon.
There's still more Patreons to mention. Guru Drew.
I know.
We mentioned him.
Yeah, Guru Drew. Also,
And
I'm gonna let you know
Catfeather.
right now, Catfeather
And Catfeather.
is
We didn't do Catfeather.
is a
And Reverend
Patreon
80.
member. Yeah.
And Reverend 80.
He wrote our theme song.
Don't forget about Reverend 80. Don't forget about Turd Twaddler. Don't forget about Legume. Dr. Legume, an actual...
Well, they don't give us money.
Well, they're users, but
They're hyper
we
users.
want them to give us money. I mean,
Yeah, they
like,
should totally send us
come on,
money.
Legume. You make more money than we do. Why don't you send out a couple of dollars? Latex level. Come on. Who do we got? Catfeather? Guru
Yeah,
Drew,
you could give a
Couchsloth,
homeless
Scalpod,
person
Dr. Ellis.
$4 a month. That's $1 a
Reverend
week.
E. Peas.
But with $4 a month here, at least you get to
Peas is
see all
actually
the
a
scabs.
$1 is for the week. And literally, it's for the week.
$1 a
By
week,
the
yeah.
Yeah.
$4.
Oh, no, that's the $5.
$1 a week.
No, you get the weekly at $9.11 and above.
Oh, yeah.
Reverend Couchsloth
You get a monthly
is going to
underneath
get,
that.
because Reverend Couchsloth just upgraded to the potassium level on the Patreon, you too could get what he's getting if you do what he did, which will be an autographed self-portrait of the Prophet Muhammad.
And I've only got one of those left.
There's only one left,
Yeah,
and
so
Couchsloth is getting
we're
it.
locking it out.
There you go. Well, then never mind. You can't do it.
I haven't heard Scalpod refute. Is Scalpod a potassium level? Did I bump
He's
the right
potassium.
people? They both are? Scalpod
Yes.
and Couchsloth?
Yes, they are.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Well, the top
More
of the
and
month.
more, day
We
by
sent
day.
one out to Scalpod and to a couple of other people.
Yeah.
We bagged them and tagged them,
And we got
sent
some
'em out in the
extra
mail.
Hypercube goodies in there for you. In fact, I'll let you know what you're going to be getting in this month's special package. So you're going to get
It's spoiler alert. Last month's special package, I got a decapitated head. So.
Oh, well, you don't show them pictures of your
I'm not
Muhammad.
gonna show it. I mean.
But they're going to get pictures of their Muhammads.
rid of it
They're going to
immediately.
get autographed self-portraits of the Prophet Muhammad. They're going to get that in the mail. And then we have, you're going to get some Dr. Fox and the Right Angles posters, signed by the band, including me and Fidd Chewley, as well as the last of the Hypercube buttons, made by
Very limited
Cat
amount.
Feather. And you can catch Cat Feather's art, and you better catch it because it's dripping all over meatpastries.com. And we're approaching the second hour. Might as well give you some dem plugs. You know, we got a lot of dem plugs these days. But let me just look up this schedule real quick.
Yeah, because you're listening to this on Freethink Radio, and Dr. Ellis, who is the HMFIC of
That's
Freethink
the head
Radio.
motherfucker in charge.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I thought it was monkey fondlers inside change bins.
The hotel.
We're outside
Mike,
of
Foxtrot, Indigo, Charlie. Doc Ellis. He's the king of Freethink Radio, and we shake something shiny in his face, and it distracts him long enough for us to hijack the stream every week, and we're thankful to him for that.
Once a week.
So, his girlfriend, Martha Artha, she does a show called Kitchen Table. It's on the same night that we're on, 3 hours before we are. They're Mondays at 7 p.m. Catch Kitchen Table. She's already had a lot of really cool guests on that, and it's basically a straightforward interview show, but she does great. We're on after that at 10 p.m. on Monday. Tuesdays, Share a Slice is at 10 p.m. Thursdays, the aforementioned Guru Drew has his Future Logic Development Corporation Found Sound Review from noon to 1 p.m., all times Eastern. That's on Thursday. Right after that is Jiggy Week from 1 to 2. And then Antisocial
That's
Engineering.
Eastern Standard Time?
All times Eastern.
Standard.
Well, we're currently on Eastern Daylight Time right now.
Daylight.
Yeah, EDT.
EDT.
Yeah. Even though, as I am looking at the Freethink Radio website right now, it says EST, which is UTC -5. We're currently in UTC -4 on the East Coast of the United States because it's Eastern Daylight Time. However, Guru Drew, in an overwhelmingly successful campaign to piss me off, refuses to change the time designations from standard to daylight on the website. So if you go onto freethinkradio.com and you say to yourself, hey, it shouldn't be EST, it should be EDT. Know that Guru Drew is aware that it is wrong, but he's intentionally keeping it wrong just to piss me off. And on that note,
And
Thursdays,
with that, yeah. You gotta do the Thursdays.
At 10 is antisocial engineering. That's Riley. He's a good kid.
Riley.
And,
and if you're on the Twitter if you're on the Twitter, give ASE Riley a follow and help him in booking Asterios Kokonos. Give him some retweets because we'd like to help him out, and we need more content for the station. So if you know somebody or you have an idea for a program, reach out to us. And we have an email for freethinkradio.com. Just head over there. Or you can send us an email, timefortheemail@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at timeforthetweet. Facebook.com/timefortheshow. We were going to get time for the Facebook. I don't know why that didn't happen, but oh well. But all of this, including our podcast feed, is accessible at timeforthewebsite.com. So, because Fidd is so pissed to pieces, here's the song 20th Century Man in a version known as Bits and Pieces.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
And we'll be right back to talk about more stuff. It's time for the show.
Yummy ciggies. Yummy ciggies. Ciggies so good. Ciggies so yummy. It's time for the show. Do I have to say it? Isn't it obvious that it's time for the show? Doesn't it feel like it's time for the show?
It's one entire show.
For like 3 seconds longer.
Moving faster than it ever has before.
Actually time for the show.
I actually can't believe how fast it moved. We only did 2 songs in the last hour and moved through a couple of things, but we gotta, it's coming
Some kind of problem here, Dr. Fox. I think you may need to handle this immediately.
Okay, alright, let me get
that
this
is
problem,
a problem
here.
We have a lot of
there's a lot of problems here on the show. Yeah,
here on the show.
I'm
and here
interested
at
that you noticed that,
Hypercube.
Dr. Chewley. Yeah, because there's a problem here.
Yeah, the problems are happening.
A problem here.
And that's yeah, I am Dr. Chewley, and that's
You're Dr. Fidulous J. Yeah, that's your problem right there. I think Dr. Fox just identified the problem.
You're Reverend Caller 23.
RC23.
And that's I'm pointing
That's Dr. Fox.
to Dr.
I'm
Fox.
Peas.
Yeah, he's actually Peas.
I'm
and
Peas.
So
The
I think
Peas.
it is about time that you
Clitoris.
I am
start
the
apologizing. I mean, there's some other things that I needed you to apologize for this week.
It's
Peas.
the second hour of the
I'm
show.
sorry for quitting the show.
I'm sorry for sucking giant cephalopod tentacles. I'm sorry about that.
No, why be sorry for that?
Well, because he knew that he was supposed to, but then he didn't want to, and then he did anyway, but you have to apologize for thinking that you didn't want to.
Do you?
Nah.
Does he?
It's okay. You can suck all the cephalopod tentacles you want to when you're at X Day. That's that thing that happens.
Let's provide absolutely no context for what we just said.
This week brought to you by The Inside Joke. The Inside Joke. It's something that if you haven't paid your $30 yet, you're definitely not going to get.
The Inside Joke. It's not your dad's inside joke.
I guess we're gonna have to change the.
Actually, is your dad?
It's its own kind of.
Because I gotta
your
lock
dad's
down.
inside
I gotta lock
joke.
down the Patreon. Should the new $10 level be the oxtail and vodka level?
You know what? It should.
I think it should.
It should because it's
Thank
going to
you,
keep
Peas.
my ego in
Bringing
check.
that back up. Thanks, Peas.
Well, it is the second
He's
hour.
a handsome boy, though.
It's the second hour of the show. I don't know.
He just doesn't know what to do with how handsome he is.
Well, what he needs to do is collect his good boy points for the week.
Well, Dr. Fox, we have currently, during this live broadcast, we have Cosmac and 80 and Ellis all live listening and Cat Feather. I don't know. Do you want to open it up?
If they want to come in, it's
All
the
right.
second hour.
No.
But,
Don't let those.
and
I mean,
Fnord.
we have standards to. Well, okay, Fnord, she's cool.
All right, we'll just
Everyone
say
else now.
if-
I don't
if-
know. We're kind of busy tonight. You know. Now, Peas.
Fuck it. I'm opening it
Yeah.
up. Go ahead and go into the Hypercom, and if you
go
want
into
to
the
come on the
Hypercom,
show,
yeah,
I'll
if
drag you
Fidd
in
drags
at my
you in,
own
then-
discretion. At my own discretion.
It's basically he's gonna drag everybody.
But go into Hypercom, and then there's a chance that I'll. Oh, I guess we're in Hypercom.
We are now.
Now you are.
All right. And so is
Hypercom is
Reverend 80,
live.
apparently.
Receptacle
Yeah,
programming
legit.
is.
I'm in the Hypercom. Oh my god, how did I get here?
It is enabled.
Hey, 80.
One of those situations.
I'm legally required to inform you that you are live on Time for the Show, Canadian Internet Radio. Do you accept?
Oh, I guess.
Yubba dubba doo. What's going on with you? And by the way, Reverend 80 is the guy who all of our episode art for the last 20 episodes has been done by. So thank you, Reverend 80, for the
guys.
awesome visionary artwork that you donated to the show.
See, what people don't understand is that Reverend 80 is actually a much bigger artist than he is a Patreon member. You know, he contributes money to the show, yes. But anyone that sat down in the same room as Reverend 80 knows that he's got a serious jam to him.
Oh,
that
yeah.
you just do it at the last second. It's like one of those improv things, and he just brings it. You know what I'm saying? He just absolutely brings it. So Reverend 80, big shout out to that. I can't hear you, buddy. I don't have headphones here at the Hypercom.
Oh, it's all good.
Apparently,
It's all good.
somehow they've got 37 drones flying over my head right now, but they don't have a single pair of disposable earbuds. Anyway, there's 37 ports to plug it into. Jesus. I just there's that at the Hypercom, Dr. Fox. Where's the vending machine that has the earbuds in it? Is it up on level 31? Because I thought I saw it. I thought I saw it.
I think you have to go down one.
Actually, we had to remove all of the vending machines because, as a security measure, we
That
installed
explains a lot.
penile reading devices. So that-
you know,
Did you
those
just
things.
assume my sex?
Exactly. Well, that's why we had to have them removed because we installed penile reading devices so that only employees could
enter, yeah, and there's no,
it would read their
there's
penis.
no female employees.
But then we had the S Jews. They came in and were all
the SJWs,
The S, yeah, and they were
The
all like, you
SJws.
can't have that because the females' penises aren't big enough to fit in there.
Into
They
the
just
machine.
have really tiny penises that barely even
Yeah.
come out of their labiosities. And so they said we have to have them removed. Hey, Reverend 80, how's
Hey.
Dave?
How's Dave? He's okay, man. He's doing all right.
He's a great guy.
He's a wonderful man.
He's a wonderful man. How are you? Do you-
Doing great. So I'm working on a kind of a gag auction gift for the festivities, and it looks like I'm gonna auction off a gigabyte of porn. And the whole bit is that I'm gonna design a box that is it says what the contents are. And it's just a thumb drive full of porn but I'm gonna put two porn movies that are like, they're kind of masterpieces, and yet they're so disturbing because they deal with taboo subjects. And the first one I'm going to put on there is 1975's Forced Entry, probably the greatest written porno of all time. It actually has real acting, and the plot is ridiculous. It's a Vietnam vet with PTSD who goes around assaulting girls in the movie. And it's a porno, where it means you can see, you can see everything. And the other one I'm going to put on there is Dolls of the Fuhrer, a horrible, horrible porno that, as you can imagine, takes place in about 1943 in a camp for special Jewish girls, if you know what I mean.
Special? Like they got a wheelchair or something?
Not quite that far, but let's just say these girls are well trained. Yes.
Okay,
and of course,
so where can our viewers bid on this spectacular material?
well, it's for X Day and stuff. It's for the our annual auction, the silent auction.
Okay, so it's going to be up for auction at Tarzan's radio station.
Yeah. They'll have a big label on it though that says not for consumption by incels.
That's some pretty impressive shit.
Yeah, it is kind of a, of course it's hard to always try to legitimize, triple X films as some kind of Hollywood thing, to critique them.
If
like
you
a piece
legitimize them, then you ruin them. They're supposed to be illegitimate.
You know what ruined them, Dr. Chewley? I'm gonna just jump in right now. I can't hear a goddamn thing that anybody's saying. I'll tell you what ruined them is your face. And actually, your face has had a lot to do with ruining other small businesses in the tri-state area since then.
Such as
Industrial Steel Incorporated.
He's the king of the shopping
cart. You don't know anything about that strategic buyout, such as freaking Hydrofoams and Hydroforms Incorporated. You gonna tell me you don't know anything about that?
Dude, I played SimCity. Who you think you talking to?
Yeah,
I think I'm talking to Dr. Chewley
qualified to
that
run
ripped off a lot of people.
The tri-state area is because I got a 4-star mayor rating in SimCity. Wow. I can run the entire state area. I can run the entire tri-state area.
Tri-state area?
Please talk into your goddamn
I know
microphone.
I'm able to do that.
I'll try.
I don't want to have to apply like an insane amount of compression. I have to edit this thing for the podcast.
Every moment you keep correcting my microphone, may I remind you, sir, that as taxpayers we pay your salary. May I remind you, sir, that as taxpayers we pay PG&E salaries. May I remind you, sir, that as wage payers we pay WFPL salaries. We, sir, are paying for this whole goddamn radio show, and you won't even let us talk into the microphone.
On the contrary, the viewers who are playing along with the live broadcast at home, playing the time for the show home version board game, they will be able to tell that this entire show I have been using my foot to push the bottom of your microphone stand closer to your fucking face. The entire show. And you know what? There's bits and pieces of glory.
There's bits and pieces of your face.
Ouch.
They're literally there. I'm looking at them now. I'm literally looking, fitterally looking at your face, Dr. Chewley, right now.
Hey, what's the difference between 1,000 dead babies and 1,000 pieces of my fucking face?
Well, unfortunately,
we don't have
your
1,000
face is
pieces
still...
of your face in the trash compactor.
Thank you, Dr. Fox. That's why you get the big money.
I'm I'm on the show.
Dr. Fox winning
I get to be on the show.
Money.
I'm so happy.
That musty
I got to contribute to the show.
That musty, moldy, sweaty,
runny ass money.
dank
Yeah, I mean, it's
money.
Like, it's money. It's really like swamp ass money. If anybody's thinking of an analogy for this, beyond that, it's basically swamp ass money. You've got swamp ass.
That's so swamp.
Commoditize that. It's swamp ass money. So it's so much so. Even Dr. Chewley, I can see you slowing down right now. I can see your face going into convulsions and slowly moving down towards your knees. I can see the sky above you moving at full speed and your face moving at half speed. I can see the expression across your face reaching across, arcing like a frickin' ocean wave that's coming in that you think is cool and then actually wipes out your dock. I can see your face literally falling apart, clitorally falling apart in front of my fucking face.
My face
Wow.
is decelerating at a rate that approximates face of x equals 0. The asymptote of my face is at the center of my asshole. It'll never get there. It'll never get there, but it just keeps getting closer.
Okay, close enough for you think it's Zeno's paradox, but it's close enough for all intents and purposes.
Reverend 80, you're a genius. Can you please, right now, for everybody playing along at home, write an equation for my face?
Right equation for your face, huh? I would say...
Yeah, I need you to mathematically describe the behavior of my face in any given instance.
Well, you definitely have to have a variable for like eyebrow, like eyebrow furrows, because your eyebrows furrow directly proportional to the amount of substances you imbibe upon. And it gets to the point where you have a good tell when you're really messed up, Mr. Fidd, because it's the way your eyebrows look, man.
All right, well, that'll be a coefficient.
Yeah, that's got to be a variable in there. That's a definite variable. Also, your accent changes when you're at different times, when you're at different levels of having, fun and stuff.
Well,
that's got to be in there too.
You've done a lot of observations on
Well,
me.
that's what.
I'm a little bit freaked out.
Well, how are you gonna write an equation for something you don't know how to observe? If you can't observe it, you can't write equations for it.
Hey, they did it for the Bible.
Hey, that's right. All the numerology. Wow, all that fun stuff.
Just told them. Nope.
It'd be great if they could hear what you were saying.
I can hear him. He can't. I can hear
needs
him.
to hear what I'm saying. Let's face it.
He just can't hear me.
Okay, Fiddulous.
I can barely hear him.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop
No, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to do a radio show.
Stop it, Fid.
When I keep putting the mic in his face.
Yeah.
For a guy that talks about my face a lot, you don't put your face where it needs to be.
In a butt.
It's funny because in the Latin alphabet, funny begins with an I.
And butt also begins with an I, so it's funny.
Opinions are like faces. Some of them are cratered.
Opinions are like faces. Some of them
I
are
have
mine.
one. You've got a much worse one. Yeah.
Some of them are butt ugly. Look at that. Look at that face.
Reverend Caller 23 is over here exercising his right.
Oh, I actually can't hear what anybody's saying, just in case.
Yeah, you can't. So just
I can turn on my radio
you should
on my
really
cell phone
just
and hear it like
clam
30
your
seconds
pie
later.
hole because Apostasy X Fnord!
Oh!
scare me.
It's funny. It's kind of interesting because he'll go off and you can't stop him. So if he goes off, there's nothing we can do but maybe like nudge Fidd and say, "Hey,
Push the microphone.
How you doing, girl?
I'm doing okay. Fat and sassy.
Nice.
Some soup and some biscuits and get all fat and sassy.
oh, biscuits."
In that order. She's gonna get fat and sassy in that order.
Hey, I got a new
important
secret
to
recipe
do it
for
right.
biscuits. Pork
What's in your pork lard? Everybody loves pork lard. Lard makes everyone happy.
Yeah, so it gets nice and fluffy, and that pork lard just goes in there.
Fluffy biscuits.
Pork
Give me some of
lard,
them
and then
fluffy biscuits.
use buttermilk. Boy, you're getting two substances that sound like it's oof.
Speaking of
and pork
buttermilk,
lard.
Reverend Buttermilk himself, Couchsloth, has just joined Hypercube. Howdy F-wording doodle, Reverend Couchsloth.
How do I internet again? I stumbled in here.
Internet harder. You're not interneting hard enough. Put your ass into it. Put your ass right into that internet.
Well, I have been practicing my asshole horizontology.
Don't forget that penile shit that you gotta slap your meat down on a fucking glass plate to open up your goddamn computer now. What kind of shit is that?
And a $90,000 OT8
Will a
fee.
dildo work? Will a dildo work? Because I didn't come with it.
I know, right?
Get one of those.
Well,
She
down
didn't
here
come with a
instead of mount,
dildo.
you can slap your truck
I
nut
did.
on the computer instead.
Because my mother
I can do
left
what
it
now?
up in her when I was conceived.
Oh,
and it
so you
came
got
right
one.
back out with me.
See?
Says right
That's
under
nice
here
of
the
you to
father,
recycle
Procter
like
and
that.
Gamble.
Come on,
Recycle,
Reverend
reduce,
Caller.
reuse.
This is. I just made
Oh,
fun
what-
of my mom.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't. I can't hear everything that's going on. But I would love to talk about your mom.
You're literally 2.5 feet away from me.
This is a
Your
wonderful
mother and
show,
I
by the way.
were just talking the other day, and we feel like
So
it's
well
time
planned.
for you to move out of the basement and onto the first floor.
It's actually time for the Couchsloth report.
Ooh.
He's gonna give us
report.
that scoop.
That
Our
scoop.
investigative reporters, Apostasy X Fnord and Reverend Couchsloth, hit the streets.
I
And,
came back with 2 scoops of 31 flavors.
each.
Wait, what? 2 scoops of each flavor?
Sure,
That's
sure, why not?
62. That's 62
And
scoops.
and also 2 scoops of raisins. That's all I got.
Hello, this evening where I'm at, it's dark. The weather is dark, and there will be continued darkness until the sun shines.
And the raisins will set you free.
I don't want to bring you guys down, but we actually had an event happen here today, last night, that was really scary. We had a massive fire on the coast, just south of the national forest, and it destroyed 20 homes.
What coast?
The Florida coast, in the town of East Point, Florida, last night. They had a massive fire that engulfed about a dozen homes or so.
Did that Hawaiian lava make it all the way to Florida already?
Yeah,
That wasn't supposed to happen for another couple of days. It's
That's
getting
not
a
a
mind of its own.
I
The
think
signs are
flying
there.
saucer. It was a lightning strike. Well, that's just UFOs and stuff.
The Book of Lavalation foresaw all of this. Well, that's what you get, Reverend A, for your lifestyle choice.
Yeah, they tried to shoot Dr. Cosmac last week.
Holy shit! For what?
I guess his robot was pissing him off.
Oh, he was harassing the guy with a robot. Ooh, yeah.
Well, that's what we were trying to find out last week on our cutting edge news network Time for the Show.
You never harass a
too
man's
much further
robot.
into it. But no, Dr. Cosmac was attending the art show in Trenton, New Jersey that had the drive-by shooting come by. And that's where his robot is still there. Well, at least it was last week, as it was part of a crime scene.
Oh, that sucks.
Jesus.
So we're down one robot.
He got it back.
He did?
A couple of days ago. He got it back.
Well,
Yeah.
that's good.
That's
I'm
good.
glad. I'm glad he wasn't there when they tried to ice him.
Well, how does the robot feel about that?
Well, it prints
There
out a
you go.
graph so we can check.
I just want to know what.
Constitution.
I
It's
mean,
the
what?
Fourth Amendment, I tell you.
What sort of person decides that a good place to shoot up is like an art show? I don't understand.
Well,
Get that.
everyone's
I really
a critic.
don't understand that. I mean, yeah, but damn, dude, they could have just wrote a scathing review. They didn't have to go through that much energy.
I don't know. I think there's a couple of people at art shows that would much rather get shot. I bet you it was all a ploy just to get that guy's art to get more expensive.
Right.
That was it.
It
The
was a
newest piece
performance
by
piece.
Kuntz, 14 Dead.
Damn.
Lining it up.
Light it up. Well, they'll be wearing clown outfits. Is that cool?
Clown outfits.
Yeah, I
like
can't
clown
wait for the Lifetime movie on this. This is gonna be amazing.
Well, you can't spell art without spelling stupid.
Hey, now you can
Well,
spell
they have
I hear in the
Rally
Latin
in it.
alphabet that stupid starts with an I.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm not gonna take
Starts with a me.
I'm a skeptic. I'm not just gonna believe you on that. But okay, noted. And if you know,
I don't know.
I don't even know. Dr. Fox, I sent you the next song.
Oh, we're gonna do a song with the comm open?
Well, it's 11:30.
All right. Here we
Oh
go.
no, it's time for me to go anyway. I have to go watch Colbert make fun of the president.
Aww.
He makes fun of himself pretty good. I don't know why you have
Well,
to watch
he's really
Colbert
good at
make
it,
fun
but
of him.
it's extra. It's like long lasting gum or something, or a really extra durable condom. It's extra.
What were you
Yeah,
saying
that's
about
the
Donald
worst
Trump
TV show ever.
just last week, Fidd?
Well, look, a lot of people aren't gonna like me for saying this, but I don't agree with Trump, okay? But he seems to be having a lot of fun, so I'm really happy for him. I'm happy.
I mean,
for
you know,
Trump.
hey,
I'm happy for him. Every time I
It's a
see him, he
slack,
seems to
I
be
guess.
having a lot of fun being president. He seems to love it. So you know what? Even though
Nobody gets it like him.
even though he's on the other side of the aisle
Who loves
politically
you,
as
baby?
me, I'm happy for him. Good for him. You know? I mean, I disagree with everything that he does, but
Do you
he
think
seems
he
to be
carries-
having a ball, so good for
Well,
him.
well, we
Do you
say
think
here
he
is
carries
bless his
Diners
heart.
Club card? I wonder if he
his heart.
does.
Bless his heart.
Exactly.
Bless his heart. Yeah, that's what they say down here when they think you're pretty fucking stupid. They don't want to tell you.
It's like
Bless
watching
your
a little
heart.
kid roll around in mud. It's like, oh, what is he doing? He's getting himself all dirty. But then you see the look on his face, and he's smiling and laughing. You're like, oh, well, just let him go. That's how I
wonder
feel about Trump. You know, like he's fucking everything up. But then I see the look on his face that looks so
I just
happy.
love
I'm
wondering
like,
about
I'll
all
just
the
let him go.
stupid
Look at
things,
him.
you know?
A sweet
Like-
guy. Sweet little guy. Just look
Does-
at him.
does-
He's having so much fun. Like, don't stop him
Donald
now.
Trump have a registered account on Pornhub? Who knows? He might.
Donald Trump still gets his pornography via teletype.
Ah, yes.
Braille pornography.
I'm fairly
Real.
sure that Donald Trump is in his pornography.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. Nope, got nothing on that one.
I have to
Just
go, guys.
remember,
Have a good night.
all of you incels, in your cells,
Apostasy X Fnord.
that Donald
Yeah.
Trump gets laid when you don't.
Thanks for
Oh wow.
He's
He's
taking all
never
the
getting
women.
laid. He's never gonna get one. His ass.
He
Have
takes
fun,
all the
Fnord. I'm gonna
good
try to
ones.
push the stone up the hill without you.
Have a good night. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye, Fnord.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, rare appearance by Apostasy X Fnord herself. What a treat. What a treat. You're welcome, everybody.
I can't get out. I forgot how to internet. I can't get out.
I'll kick you out.
That's how I ended up here.
Bam! You're dead.
Wow, you just shot
Oh, she's out. That felt good.
It's a flesh wound. She'll recover.
Literally kicked her out.
You have to talk into the microphone if you want them to hear you.
I can't believe you literally kicked her out.
Well, that's what we do, and now we're kicking over to the curb as we play Fidd's song for the last hour.
We're gonna go to one more song.
This is Robonic Man. What is it? 20th Century Man?
Yeah, this is 20th Century Man by Doktor Faux and the Right Angles. We'll catch you on the flip side with Reverend 80, Reverend Couchsloth, Reverend Caller 23, Doktor Faux, and Fidd Chewley right after this on Free Think Radio.
Of silence for all of our soldiers. Now just remember, boys and girls, stand for the flag, kneel for the cross.
Wow, I feel so much better now. I never felt this good before. I just listened to Time for the Show week after week after week, and now I feel so good.
I think what's happening, son, is that the inside of your head is becoming much larger than the outside ever was.
I would be gosh darned if that wasn't the case.
It makes it especially hard to get through doorways, especially in the morning.
Now I have an unleavened brain.
And with Bob, your brain will never be leavened again.
Leave me behind, Bob.
No, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to take you on the saucer, son.
No. I got tricked into doing that before.
We're not selling ice cream. We're selling salvation.
You know, for some people, ice cream is salvation.
It's true.
And for some people, Free Think Radio is salvation.
For some people, Time for the Show is all the salvation that they're going to need. They're like, I go to my doctor, and my doctor says, you need more fiber in your diet, and you need more, you need more blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, forget you, doc, because I've got Free Think Radio, and they're gonna treat me just right.
A Free Think Radio a day keeps that stupid know-nothing doctor away. But it brings Reverend Couchsloth closer, and that's just an added benefit.
Yeah, I ditched that know-nothing doctor of mine for a really good acu-beatingist.
He's the acu-beatingest of them all. You got acu-beat,
Come for the
Accubeater,
human
and
fights.
Accubeatist.
Leave for the acid casualties.
Spare no expense on your Accu beating.
Was once able to get my foot behind the other, but I had to go the long way around.
What? Up the A-hole, out of the E-hole, and then back to the...
Into the eye hole, yeah.
Well, I don't know which one my
This is
A-hole
the strangest
is.
IKEA furniture I've ever heard of.
Well, when you get F'd in the A, it's that one.
It's E-I-O.
I hear that in the Latin alphabet, E-I-E-I-O
Mary
starts
had
with I.
Over here.
I heard that too, but Snopes said it's not true.
Yeah, it's
busted.
It's
Yeah, but Snopes also said that Mr. Ed was a zebra.
false news. It's false news.
Fake news.
False current events.
No, that's my copyright. Is false news.
That's my copy. Right?
It's yours.
Right? Is that one
You
mine?
can keep it.
Yeah, great.
You gotta fight for your copyright to content. Wow, 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 wow.
See what you've started? You see what you've started, Dr. Fox?
I see what I started a long time ago, and it's still going, even though Peas quit.
Reverend Caller 23, here in Hypercube, North Korea, we talk into our microphones.
Am I up here like I'm some kind of peas substitute? Like you guys are trying out some kind of new peas or something? Where am I supposed to apologize for everything now?
Let it be
It
known.
would help.
We're saying it here on live radio. Let it be known that Reverend Caller 23
Is mad that he is not
ass,
Peas.
stupid ass subgenius
Well,
name.
so if I'm gonna turn a
is
blind eye,
Reverend
I'm gonna
Vegan
turn a
Peas.
blind eye to all of those faggoty ass subgenius names that, just like you, Dr. Fidd and Dr. Fox, who gave you guys a doctorate? What's your doctorate actually in?
I believe it's in the forbidden
Is
sciences.
it medical sciences? Oh, forbidden sciences.
Yes.
I see. You have
PhD.
a doctorate in the forbidden sciences.
I do.
I see. So can you tell me, can you use your skill to make some kind of premonition or something to tell me something that's going to be true?
I would, but it's forbidden.
God.
I have a doctorate too.
Do you? What's your doctorate in, Dr. Chewley?
My doctorate is in DAG, yo.
Oh, you got that dag, yo?
I have a PhD in DAG, yo. DAG, yo, because I can just
Dag,
say...
yo.
Because I can
Not to
say
be
shit that makes you
confused
just go,
with, like, the
DAG, yo.
Definitely not like an
Oh.
anime thing or anything like that, right? Like not to
Dag-yo.
be confused with an anime thing or whatever.
The trading
I just
card?
want to get it right now. Yeah, the trading card. I just want to be sure right now.
No. I'm talking about the academic discipline, DAG, yo.
Oh, dag, yo.
Not to be confused with the
Yo,
the
no,
moderate
Dagyo, like they
quality,
teach
anime
in the
Dagyo.
Congo, like they teach in the Congo Republic,
Correct.
and other places as well. North Korea, I believe, teaches it.
Not only do they teach it, they live it. It's a way of life. Yeah.
Yeah. Once you go Dagyo, you never go
Dagyo.
back.
You know what I mean? Like,
I guess.
you get a PhD in Dagyo, and then all you gotta do is
Yeah,
like,
it's, you just put
you just
your resume
spill
is like
some
one
shit
item.
on some
Name,
people, and they just
Dr.
go,
Chewley.
Dagyo.
Qualifications.
And then, I mean,
Dr.
I mean,
Dagyo.
DAG actually does come up
Contact
in a legitimate discipline, believe it or not. Like, in computer science, a DAG is a real thing.
what is it?
It's a directed acyclic graph, and like if you find one, you can point at it up on the whiteboard and be like, "Dag, yo."
You can literally say Dagyo in class because it's a directed. What is it?
A directed acyclic graph.
A directed acyclic graph. Dagyo. Reverend Couchsloth.
Dag, yo. There you go. That's before
I
I
haven't
before
etched
I
a
quit
sketch.
doctoring
I can almost
full-time.
make a
There you
circle.
go. I got my Dagyo in.
Dagyo, yeah. See, we replaced the blind eye segment with
Good
the
at making
Dagyo segment.
rectangles.
So far, it's going great.
You did
Reverend
lead me away
Caller
from that.
23.
That's true.
Who do you want to Dagyo?
I guess your face. I mean.
Oh,
yeah.
Dagyo, come on.
Dagyo.
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 Up in that piece. It's been up in this piece all night. You know what I'm saying? So,
All right, Dr. Fox, who do you want to Dagyo?
My Lord and Savior, Jesus of Nazareth.
Oh, Dagyo.
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 He was I
used to be
know
your
it was
Lord and Savior,
it was
and now
Gopher,
he's just kind of a
It was
schmuck
Gopher Wood, but I thought it was Dagwood for a second. Then I remembered that's a comic book character.
Blondie and Dagwood.
Yeah, or Blondie.
Blondie.
Featuring Dagwood Bumstead.
Featuring, yeah. Also appearing with Dagwood.
Blondie starring Dagwood as Blondie.
You know, I really wouldn't be surprised. In all honesty, there was a lot of repression going on in the 50s, and I wouldn't be surprised to see some gender fluid.
Yeah, but look at the
characters,
size of
some
those sandwiches. Let's make America like that again.
In fact,
I mean,
they
you
even
know,
have the name of the
Blondie,
Dagwood
like
sandwich, which
Blondie was prophetic about the invention of
is
Ambien.
a very large sandwich.
You can put Ambien in a Dagwood.
Reverend Couchsloth.
Well, I mean, he was on Ambien,
Put
right?
anything in a Dagwood.
Who do you
Yeah,
want
but he was on Ambien.
Who do you want to Dagyo, Reverend Couchsloth?
Oh, I hadn't thought too hard about it.
Dagyo!
Busted.
Oh, that was a good one. That was
I will Dagyo
enthusiastic.
myself then.
Yeah, that was a good.
I was hoping for Dagwood. That's what my money was on, but I didn't get it.
Would that be the Black Dagwood?
This is the Cradle You to Sleep show.
Somebody had to say it.
This has been a decent show, but it's like just softly rocking our viewers
Lulling you
into a false sense of security.
Ketamine sleep, where you'll never wake up.
Rapid
You'll
eye
never wanna
penetration.
wake up. You'll try to walk backwards through the steps that brought you to this point, and yet you realize that stepping downward from a cloud makes no sense at all. And you'll wonder why you didn't do this sooner.
This podcast is going to be like 30 minutes of what people are going to be like, who's that talking in the bathroom? I'm looking forward to it. You got your work cut out for this one.
Dag.
Do I have it?
Yeah, you got it.
I have to pee on the microphone still.
I actually we connected to the server. We did a test, and I made sure that I hit the record button. So I was a good doctor today. I was so good. Look at my radio. You get your quality radio.
As soon as the inspector shows up, then was surprised. Everything's running right according to schedule.
Yeah, Reverend Caller 23
As soon as
showed up and
anyone
scared
shows up
the
to check
shit
these
out of
guys,
us.
like we need some more people to come check you guys.
You
because
scared the
apparently
shit out of us.
That's how you make a good show. Is
It was
by
like when your manager
showing
shows
up and
up
turning
when
up
you're
all
not
of the levels
expecting him.
3 decibels and you're done.
Well, you got anything to close out the show with, Fidd?
Yeah, I blind eye all content from the show from here unto forth to the end. Yeah, I blind eye all.
Wait, are you going forward or back?
Well, normally somebody apologizes for everything.
It's hard to
We don't have-
blind eye something in the future.
Well,
like
my-
that.
my-
Like, it's
my
okay to
self-esteem is
blind eye
up.
something that already happened, but something that may or may not happen. Like there may be interesting content on the show, and you're going to blind eye that.
Jerry,
if it happens.
I
or
like
if
it
doesn't
this
happen.
way. I'm not stupid. simultaneously. Morty Pugh, Summer exhales. Rick, man, that guy is the red grin grumbled, pretending he knows what's going on. Morty and Summer laugh Summer funny like the red grin gump reference. Summer,
You just don't get it. You're not smart enough.
You really are your father's children.
You're
Think for
definitely not smart enough
yourselves.
to understand this.
Don't pull the wool over your own eyes.
You would never
I
get that
ad-libbed.
joke. You're so dumb.
I believed that could have been in there.
Intro sequence.
You just wouldn't get it. Next sequence.
I don't get it now.
Still,
I'm
is
never gonna
happening,
catch up.
And still some kind of plug for McDonald's or some other like.
Did you guys hear that the Supreme Court justices, they went into the court to hear something and then like got all serious and sat down and did it?
What? They made a judgment?
They got, yeah, they went in there and they got it like all serious. Like when they went in there.
Oh, and they're like, let me guess.
I'm
they
nodding
get all
into the
dramatic
microphone.
and they're all like,
Oh, it's
we're
noteworthy.
going to
Whoa.
dictate the law.
Yeah, like they
Because
got in
we're
there.
the Supreme Court.
They were taking it really seriously.
Like super serious.
They were taking it really seriously. Like, it was like, Jesus, lighten up. You know?
The Supreme Court just hasn't been the same since the death of Scalia, because he kept a really big meatball sub behind the bench.
Yes, Scalia did keep a meatball sub behind the bench.
It dripped on the 27th Amendment.
I thought he kept it in his boot.
I have these 27. I have these 24 amendments.
And they're bleeding dry. Well, that's the show,
Speaking
Fidd.
of bleeding dry.
We already did our plugs. We did the Patreon. But you only sent me one song.
Oh, should I send you another song?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've got them.
Well, we already played that, man.
Oh yeah, what else?
We played that one earlier.
Oh, you want
After 20th Century Man.
Play Carrie Roberts.
You want 20th Century Man by Mr. Bungle.
Thank you, Reverend Caller 23, for coming by the Hypercube to do the show with me and Dr. Fox. And thanks to Reverend Couchsloth and Apostasy X Fnord and Reverend 80 for joining. I'm Fidd Chewley for all of the aforementioned, saying, you're welcome. It's time for the show of Free Think Radio.